Hearing them, the crowd, the Brahmins and the Pandits shouting, after hearing them, Guru Sahib Ji spoke and said, Ki sanu ta bhukh lagi sigi. We're really hungry. To get rid of our hunger, we have made this food. Then all the Brahmins got angry and they said some harsh words towards Maharaj. Bahut kode bachan kite Maharaj de. What? And then they go, what are you making in this pot? Have you got no fear? Jamai dar nahi hega tere man vich ki banauna tu ithe? Show us what you are making, otherwise we will kill you here. Asi tenu ithe maar dana. When a Brahman saw that there was mass in there was meat being made, he told everyone else. Sarun kya? He goes, I even saw them preparing it first. Mass nu jira the day, pulling the skin apart, taking the whatever, however you get it ready, doing all that. I even saw them doing that, and they got everything ready, and then they put the mass in the pot. Quick, grab him and kill him. Don't wait. Roko na. Let's make an example of him. Then no one would ever dare to do this again. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Quite often when you hear of the Sakhyam relating to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, again, it's always the kind of the standard normal Sakhyam ki Maharaj ne itthe jaake Maharaj ne aa kita, they went Makkah, they stopped the pathar, so the just your normal Sakhyam that you hear, right? Itthe, these lot are getting all brave and saying, let's make an example of him. Itthe harani di gal hai, right? Maharaj jo Makkah vi gaye sige, Islam, that's their main place of pilgrimage, right? Maharaj has gone right into the center and done something that's the unthinkable. They put their feet towards Makkah, the Kaaba, their building. Maharaj put their feet towards it. Then Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj have come here. Then Bacho will probably go through it later on, where Maharaj has said that go into the pani, where the water, they're doing the water one side, Maharaj do the other way. Maharaj do the other way. Yes, Sade Guru ne right from the beginning, our Guru Sahib Ji have taught us to challenge Pakhand, to challenge the fake people. Maharaj have taught us that. We're Maharaj's children, we should follow in their footsteps, we should do it. Then they go, let's make an example of them. The truth is, there is no greater warrior than our Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Maharaj have managed to change everyone's minds, everyone's man, where people fell at Maharaj's feet, they took on Sikhi, they accepted Sikhi without ever lifting a kirpan. Not that Maharaj didn't know how to chala a kirpan. They used to have a stick with them at all times. That was their shastra. And if you look at Shastra Vidya, if you speak to people that have got a lot of knowledge about Shastra Vidya, they'll say the most important Shastra, the best Shastra is a lathi, is a stick. Because a stick, you can do so many things with a stick. If you need to defend yourself, you can use it to defend yourself. If you get injured, you can use it as a walking stick. If you need to take fruit off a tree, you can use it to. If you need to scare someone, you can scare someone without hurting them. You can. Bahut kuch is so versatile, a stick is. Maharaj would carry that with them everywhere. And they're saying, let's kill him. But there's no greater warrior than Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Continuing on, the Brahman are saying that this person has ridiculed our maryada, our rules. He's making fun of it all. Killing such a person won't be a paap. Then Guru Sahib Ji spoke and said, if you use your strength, tusi aap da bal barto, to do this, and if you will get happy by killing me, je thonu khushi mildi hai mainu maar ke, je thonu anand aunda maar ke, phir theek hai kar lo. No one will stop you. Koi nahi rokoga thonu. Tusi maar lo mainu. Go on. You can kill me. But if you want to sit down and you want to do vichar with prem, vichar about what dharma is, what is paap, what is pun, good qualities, bad qualities, vichar about maryada, फिर then come, आके बैठो, विचार करते हैं. Now these people that Maharaj are appealing to, Brahmans, Siddhs, Pandits, they absolutely loved doing charcha. They absolutely loved doing the vichar. They loved debating. They loved it. So Maharaj knew, and they're using that. Maharaj using that. Pehla kathe kar lo saare nu. Let's do this. Everyone's gonna, and then Maharaj goes, vichar je karne aake bejo. Then all of the big scholars there, ਵੱਡੇ ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਆ ਗਏ. They come. Normal people came to see as well what was going on. ਸਾਰੇ ਆ ਗਏ. One Pandit there called Nanu Pandit. Nanu se uda naam, a really big scholar. No one could defeat him in a debate. Koi nahi hara sakda si onu Nanu Pandit nu. He's been to many different countries. He's debated with all sorts of people, but onu koi nahi hara sakda siga. Now from the Hindu Granths, there's 18 Purans, there's 18 Purans, 18 different Granths, 18 different scriptures. One of them Purans is called Pavikyat Puran. Pavikyat Puran is a Granth that's predicted the future. It has predicted the future. In that Granth, there's 26 sloks. A slok is like a chapter. Yeah? Shabbine, there's 26 chapters in it, and it has been mentioned that in the future, in Kaljug, in this dark age, someone by the name of Nanak will come and he will save mankind. This Pandit Nanu, when he read that, when he read that, he thought he was the one, as his name is very similar. So from Nanu, he changed his name to Nanak Chand. In the Granth, it's mentioned that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj will come and he will save the biggest of biggest sinners. And we know that. They've saved Kodaraksh, a cannibal. They've saved Pumia Chor, a thief. Sajjan Thag, they've saved them as well. They've saved so many puppies. They saved them bibiyan, they saved them women that used black magic to turn Bhai Mardana ji into a goat. Maharaj Una Davi, they saved them as well. They will spread, this is, in the Granth it says that this person will come by the name of Nanak, they will spread Naam Simran everywhere. They will get rid of Pakhand. So this Pandit Nanu read this and then he changed his name to Nanak Chand. Now by now there's a massive crowd around Guru Sahib Ji. Can you imagine that? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is sitting there. So many people at this really big massive Mela. Solar eclipse is about to happen. Now there's a massive crowd around Guru Sahib Ji. As I was listening to the katha, I was just saying, can you imagine if this was now? What do you reckon would happen? Everyone would probably get their phones out. And even the pundits probably get their phones out and start recording the conversation or start recording what's happening. You can imagine that, right? But anyway, there's a massive, massive crowd and Nanu Pandit has come forward. Oh, Agaya. Guru Sahib Ji did bhajan and said, according to your mat, according to your teachings, Maas hai ki. What is Maas? The Pandit said, for us Brahmans, we teach the Veds, we read the Veds, the Granths, we do Jags. For us, Maas is to sacrifice to the gods. That's what Maas is for. So they sacrifice goats, they sacrifice horses. We know going through Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Jivan, where they went to this certain place, ਉੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਭਾਈ ਬਾਲਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਭਾਈ ਬਾਲਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਨ੍ਹ ਕੇ loads of Hindus, they tied up by Balaji and they said, we'll sacrifice him to Mata Durga ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੀ ਬਲੀ ਚੜਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਬਚਾਇਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ but they sacrifice all sorts of things to the Devi Devte ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ the Pandit then Guru Sahib Ji then said, in our dharm we are pakke ਅਸੀਂ ਪੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਧਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ tell me one thing, why have you all gotten so angry? ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਕਿਉਂ? The Brahmins and the Pandits said, hold on, you're a Khatri. Khatris have a shastra with them, weapons. A Khatri is a warrior, right? So you got the four main castes, and then from them stem the subcastes. So you've got Brahmins, who were the elite. They teach people, they'd read they'd do the puja karonde se karde sige, all that. They were allowed to teach people, they're allowed to do part. You got the Khatris, the warriors. Khatri, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj from the Khatri caste. They go, you're a Khatri, and Khatris have shastra with them, weapons. But you're dressed as a fakir, you're dressed as a sant fakir, you're dressed the way you have. Without shastra, you can't call yourself a Khatri, you can't call yourself a warrior. Guru Sahib Ji then said, so this Nanu Pandit is trying to challenge Maharaj, right? Guru Sahib Ji then said, we have all the shastras with us, we have all the weapons with us. I'll tell you what they are. The naam that I have within me, jera naam simrana, that is like a tikhi talwar, it's like a sharp sword. Jira simrana is like a sharp sword. Why is it like a sharp sword? Because whenever you say Vaheguru, your paap katte jande hai, right? Whenever you say Vaheguru once, we went through the Simran workshop 2 weeks ago. Whenever you do that swas gra Simran in one breath, when you say Vaheguru once, kinne janma de paap katte jande hai, meaning that they get struck by the sword of Naam. They get cut, they get eradicated. The paap, your sins. That's how powerful Vaheguru Simran is. Maharaj kende is like a tikhi talwar. And then Maharaj goes, when we do sangat, that's like our bow. Again, this is really important to note here, how important sangat is. I think going through Good Friday Night Sikhi, going through over the many years, I think we all agree that without sangat, throughout the week, we have Friday Night Sikhi. I'm speaking kind of from my personal point of view. It's Sare Hafta, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, to kal to shuru ho jana hai kam, where we get proper drained by the world that we're living in, all the responsibilities of life, and this is for young children as well. Your school work, college, university. We get all that. It's so stressful. It's so much. The pressures of social media, the pressures of like just life in general, that you need to be a certain way, you need to come out this much, you need this job, you need to be earning this, otherwise you need to get married. Kosha, right? Sara kosha. You get drained. But then when Friday Night Sikhi comes, you get uplifted because we're doing sangat. What do we do at the end? We all do Simran together. That proper just energizes you for the whole week. That's why sangat is very important. Maharaj go, sangat is like the bow. And to control our vashna, to control our desires, to control our mind is like holding the arrows. Our mind is like a day. So Maharaj, just to get this bit, I thought it's really interesting, really beautiful. Maharaj kende sada man jehda hai na, our mind is like a day, a hidden. And what I do is I use all these weapons, Naam, the tikhi talwar, sangat, the bow, and control of the mind is arrows. I use all these weapons to kill the mind. Just like you would go hunting and you kill the deer, I would kill my mind. We think our minds are ours, right? We think that sade man vich hai ki sada man jehda sada ya. And then nowadays, in today's day and age, it's so big, isn't it? That all this self-awareness. You need to love yourself. You need to don't really, you come first, then everything comes after or whatnot. Why is it that this is all getting? But the society is going downhill. Why are all these cases of depression going up? Why is it not getting better? Right? It's something to think about. Now, I'm not saying don't think about yourselves and everything. I'm not saying that, right? It's important that you do think about yourselves, but I don't think that's the important priority. I think doing seva of sangat, you do that, you would never ever fall into depression. If you do seva of your guru, you would never ever get stressed out. If you do sangat of Gursikhs, you would never, because you can automatically get uplifted, guys. It's so important that we do this. I can't stress enough how important sangat is. Maharaj kende the, so we think our mind is ours, don't we? But in truth, if we live on a daily basis, 24/7, that jeda man sada ya sada hai nahi, a guru da ya. What's the point of doing matha take? When we come to do matha take in front of Guru Sahib Ji, when we do matha take in front of Guru Sahib Ji, we're giving our mind to Maharaj, right? Jado asi amrit shakde in front of the Panj Pyare go today, from today on, your head, your mind, your mat is the Guru's mat. Thoda mat nahi, don't use your own mat. Use your own mat, kar lo if you want to, but you're only going to get pain with that then. Follow the Guru's mat. Maharaj go, the Panj Pyare say, if you follow the Gaur mat instead of Man mat, you'll only get sukh. Sukh hi sukha fir. There's no such thing as dukh. Fir dukh auna nahi hega. Jinne bhi Shaheed Singh hoya, Singhniyan hoiyan from our itihas. You reckon they went through dukh? When Pai Mati Das ji got sawn in half, when Pai Taru Singh ji's scalp got removed, when Pai Dayala ji sat in the Ubbaldi Deg in the boiling water, when Pai Anok Singh Babbar ji were getting tortured, when all the Singhs in 84 were fighting back without any water, without any food, injured, Baba Ajit Singh Ji, December's coming up where we're going to remember the shortest, the Sahibzade, the Jang, the Battle of Chamkaur. When they were fighting in the battlefield, do you reckon their mat was theirs? Their mind was theirs? Their mat they had given to the Guru. Tai Ananda which they were living in Ananda, but people like me who have given our mind so much importance will probably look at it from a different point of view that it must have gone through so much dukh. As Anandpur Sahib Chadna, Sirsa River getting separated from your family, going through the water, fighting the battle, skinna kuch hoya, right? But Maharaj Kende, doing abhyas controls your mind, and we went through the Simran workshop, right? Abhyas ki hunda is practice. That's what abhyas means. To practice Simran, to practice controlling your thoughts, to practice controlling your mind. Nanu Pandit then said, but you've killed a day, and now you are making that in the pot. On one side you're saying metaphorically that the mind is the day, but here you really killed one. Guru Sahib Ji then said that in the Char Ved, which are the Hindu Granths, it is said in all 4 Veds that a Khatri is to do shikar, is to hunt, so he can do abhyas. Those that have hankar, so Maharaj here got about to give them a lesson and teach them. Maharaj said those that have hankar is a paap. Having hankar is paap in itself. Those that have destroyed their ego and they recognize that their atma is the real thing, not this body of ours. This 5 elements, the body bani hui ya. This is all false. Why is it false? Because one day it's going to get perished. It's going to burn. It's going to get turned into ashes. You're going to end up at Patalpuri Sahib in that water. Patalpuri Sahib is where everyone takes the ashes at Keith Prasad. That's where you're going to end up one day. That's where all of us are going to end up one day. Let that sink in. That how important do you think you are, where one day you're just going to turn into ashes, your body's going to get turned into ashes and going to end up in a river. What's the real thing is what's within you, that Atma, that Jyot, that is Vaheguru, that's within you, that's what's real. Maharaj and they recognize that the Atma is the real thing, everything else is false, this whole world is false. Those people that are Agyani, so without knowledge, they are stuck in ego. Their mind wants to eat and enjoy the false pleasures of the world. So ithe gal aapte layo, yeah, just look, I'm putting this on myself. I'm one of these people that likes to eat and enjoy the false pleasures of this world. But from the outside they pretend that they don't want to. So I'm like, sitting here doing prachar in front of everyone or doing the Friday night Sikhi or whatnot. Quite often, like, you get the ustad that comes with it, the vadiyai that comes with it, then you automatically hankar starts going up. But bar I always say that Maharaj has given this seva, but I'm being selfish that I'm doing this almost for myself, that we're getting a chance to go through Guru Nanak. I want to know what's going to happen next. I want to know what's going to happen in Guru Nanak Dev Maharaj Jivan. But the beauty of this is that everyone comes together and then that Anand just becomes tenfold, right? But I'm one of them ones that from the outside I pretend that, fake Nimrata and stuff. But andro dunya when doing part, kinda man is going everywhere, left, right, center. But Marakan, them kind of people then over and over will keep dying and they'll be reborn. That's scary, isn't it? That you're going to keep coming into this world, you're going to keep getting reborn, dying, reborn, die, born again. Marakan, they won't come out of the cycle of life and death. They won't come out of the cycle of life and death. After saying this bachan, Guru Sahib Ji then they uchar bani, and then this is what's going on in everyone's mind. So in front of the whole crowd, Guru Sahib Ji uchar bani, which is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So quite often when we hear Gurbani going through Guru Nanak Dev Maharaj Jivan, with the baniya uthanka hundiya, so there's a sakhi related to it. Sakhi naal judi hundiya ki aa bani uthe chari. What's the sakhi behind that bani? This bani that comes on Ang 1289, altogether there's 1430 Angs of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. This Bani that Guru Sahib is about to say to all the crowd, it comes on 1289 and it's in Rag Malar. So it's written in that Rag. Mahalla Pehla. Maharaj kende Mas Mas Kar Vaheguru. महाराज कहते श्लोक महला पहला पहला मासो निम्मया मासे अंदरवास महाराज कहते first the mortal us were conceived in the flesh in the mass and then he dwells in the flesh मासे अंदरवास उत्थे वास आ तेरी you dwell within the flesh 9 महीने you stay in there right 9 months जियो पाए मास मोहि मिलया कि when he comes alive his mouth takes flesh. So when you start feeding from your mom, from your mother, had cham tan mass कि his bones, skin and body all flesh, all mass asara. Maso bahar kadya mamma mass giras that he comes out of the womb to see bar when you come out. And then the first thing he does, he gets attached to the mass, he gets attached to the flesh. I say he, but he or she gets attached to the flesh. How? Because they start drinking milk straight away and you get attached to that as a child, as a baby. Moh masai ka jeeb masai ki, that his mouth is flesh, his tongue is flesh. Masai andar saas is breath, his breath is in the flesh as well. Vadda hua vihaya kar le aya mas. That now vadda hua, he grows up and then he gets married. Vihaya, that he gets married. Kar le andar kaj kaun le ke aunda aya mas, that he brings his wife of flesh into the home as well. Maso hi mas upjay, that flesh is produced from flesh. When a husband and wife come together, they produce children. Maso hi mas upjay, maso sabo sak. That all relatives, everything, this whole world is made from mass, from flesh. Satguru miliya hukam bujjiya. And Maharaj kende ithe ki jera banda miliya hukam bujjiya, that person who is able to understand the hukam of Vaheguru, who is able to understand, who is able to relate to the hukam, the command, the will of Vaheguru. Tako ave ras, ki jira ras asal mein the true ras, the true anand, not this fake anand that we're living in this world, this getting attached to the flesh, attached to your body, attached to other people's bodies, getting attached to all that. That's all fake anand. Or sara jhootha, because it's temporary. You want to get asal anand, you want to get true anand that lasts forever, then you need to live in the will of Vaheguru. Satguru milya hukam bujjiya, hukam, live in Vaheguru hukam. Maharaj then say, aap chutte nah chuttiya, that they realize that person ki aap nahi chutta. Aap, you yourself can't come out of this cycle of life and death. Aap chutte nah chuttiya, nanak bachan binas. That person who thinks that I can do this myself, I can come out of the, I can do all myself, he cannot find that. He does not find it. He cannot come out of the cycle of life and death. He just lives in nanak bachan binas. That he just lives in empty words, and that one person then gets ruined like that, where fake words, just jhoot hi jhoot bolna, fake pakhandi sans hoge that say something but do something else. They're fake words. Bachan, things that we do. We might say that, you know what, I'm going to give this thing up, but then you don't. Or from today on, say Monday comes, Gurpurab comes, you might say, do an ardas to Maharaj, ki Maharaj, aaj to baad mein aa karunga. I will try and do more part, I will try and do more simran. I'll try and progress on this path of Sikhi, Maharaj Kirpa. I will try and do it, but then you come out, you go back on your bachan, then you're empty words. Because you're trying to use your own strength. You're thinking that I can't do this, or I can do this. You might even think that I can do this, but ultimately it's Guru Vaheguru's hukam. Ultimately it's Vaheguru's hukam, and live in Guru Sahib's hukam, and let Maharaj just let them do what they want to do through you. So in front of the whole crowd, Maharaj ucharit Bani, After hearing this, what does everyone say back? What does Nanu Pandit say back? We're going to have to wait till I'm just waiting, hold on, I'm not sure. The reason why I'm pausing here is because we might not do it next week because December's starting, and in December month, the whole of December month, we dedicated to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, Mata Gujar Kaur Ji, the Parvar, Badde Sahibzade, Chote Sahibzade, all the Shaheed Singhs. But we normally, for the past 2 years, we've been going through the Battle of Chamkaur in so much detail that you probably haven't heard of it in that way. It's amazing. It's recorded, it's online, you can hear it on other platforms, and other saints have done it as well. And then but doing it in front of everyone in Sangat form was on another level. Everyone that's heard it will tell you that it was amazing, absolutely amazing. But then I thought this time, because we've been doing it for 2 years, this time I was thinking let's the whole of December, what we will do is Battle of Chamkaur took place. After Battle of Chamkaur, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj leave Chamkaur di Gadi, where do they go to? They go to Machiwada Jungle. What happens from there, that's what we're going to go through for the next couple of weeks now, in great detail, like in great detail. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj went to Machiwada, when they go to Raipur, when they hear of the Shahidi of the Chote Sahibzade. What exactly happened with the Chote Sahibzade? How did it happen? In great detail. The way we're going through Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, even we're going to do that as well. So most likely from next week, because it is 1st of December, next Friday. So we'll probably start that. So we'll pause this here for the next couple of weeks, and then we will continue this in the new year in January. So we'll send the poster out, poster's going to get made, and then please let everyone know. We most likely will do this in the Diwan hall downstairs. We'll do it there, where we do Simran in Kirtan Roop for the next couple of weeks. We'll leave that there. Let's quickly try and go through all the questions.